Ladies and gentlemen, get up for Richard Taylor! Bespectacled, bearded, slightly disabled middle-aged man cartwheels onto the stage whilst carrying an orange plastic Sainsbury's bag and whilst omitting to cartwheel. My slight disability isn't one of the sexy modern conditions like lupus or lumbago or leprosy, but a good old-fashioned gammy left arm as a result of having had a stroke. And I mean that in the context of blood temporarily not flowing to the brain. I'm not using a euphemism for masturbation. And it was my left-hand side that was affected, and I'm right-handed, fortunately. Apparently, one of the signs of having a non-masturbatory stroke is that you can smell burnt toast. This is confusing because smelling burnt toast can also be a sign that you've burnt your toast. After I had my non-masturbatory stroke, my GP suggested it would be good for my rehab if I were to go swimming. It could have been very good for my rehab had I been able to swim before I had the stroke. And it could have been really good for my long-term recovery if I had remembered this fact before I left the top diving board. Some men have a tendency to get their cock out at every opportunity. This is very immature. For the benefit of the people at the back of the room, having referenced how immature it is to get your cock out, I proceeded to get out a very small plastic toy cockerel, or cock, and waved it around my head while squeaking it, as you do. Comedians sometimes worry that their jokes might be nicked by other comics. I think I'm pretty safe on the old self-deprecating "I've got small penis joke. I'm claiming that one. When I was growing up, we ate fish and chips out of newspaper. When my parents were growing up, they used newspaper instead of toilet roll. I'm pleased that I'm not of my parents' generation, partly because it would have been a bit weird if my mum and dad had been the same age as me. Especially if I wanted to go out to play. Secondly, because my parents grew up during the Second World War, so I would now be either very old or very dead. Oh, and also, I wouldn't have fancied eating my supper off the paper that I'd used for another purpose earlier in the day. Thank you.